As the lift barreled downwards, I pondered over my state of being. Angel and Reaver attempted to reassure and comfort me, but to no avail. I was still livid. I was frustrated. I need more answers, and only Abel had those. He would have been the last one to see me alive.
What the hell?
What?
There's nothing here.
Did you expect his cell to be across the hallway? There have to be more security protocols in place. He is quite special, lest you forget.
Lest you forget. I liked it better when you used the words like twerking and fangirling.
I don't see any light fixtures. Everyone, turn on your chest lamp. What?
Turn off your lamp.
What? Why? There are any sources of light down here.
I am positive we will not need them. Please, turn them off.
Whoa.
As I thought, the walls are phosphorescent. The minerals in the walls and floor perpetuate their own light source. A natural glow stick, if you will.
Genius! No one can string electrical cables this far below the surface.
Reaver, maybe you can answer this question for me.
What's that?
I have noticed several security eyes along the ceiling, yet no alarm has gone off. Why is that?
Those are DNA trackers. They perform like motion detectors, but instead of heat, they register DNA. If they notice any movement, the eye will register your chemical makeup against that of its databases. If you're in the system, you will not trip the alarm.
Most intriguing.
Plus, Doc's upstairs in the control hub, remember?
We finally reached a large stone door standing in front of a patch of raw earth. Initial analysis of the door resulted that the composition was of petrified clay, which was confusing, since the mass of the door was 50 times what it should be at that size. The secret to this fact may lie within the carving that appears upon the face of the door in ancient Sumerian. It seemed as though there were forces there that were more powerful than our technology.
Well, this panel isn't doing much. There must be a way to open this door. The controls won't accept my clearance codes.
Stand back.
That was stupid.
Wow, the door just absorbed the bullets.
What are you thinking, Cypher?
What was it that Bo said? A walking encyclopedia, am I? Let me see.
Great, now it's going to his head.
These markings on the door. This is Sumerian. Here, the fallen son of the first rests. Cursed is he from the ground, and shall forever be marked, the master of the great secret.
The hell does that mean?
We seek his mark.
But there was never any documentation on it. We have no idea what it looks like.
What are you two talking about?
Angel and I scoured over the door, each symbol more obsolete than the last. Neither of us could find it. The mark we sought, the key to opening the door, was not there. I sunk down in defeat. I would not receive my answers. I would not gain closure on this mysterious chapter of my life. I looked at the ground beneath my feet. It could not be. I took several steps back, fixing my gaze upon the raw earth.
Cypher, what are you doing?
Could it really be that simple?
What? Huh? What did I miss?
The mark.
You found it? Where is it? I've been looking all over the door and...
It is under my feet.
What? In the dirt?
No. The dirt itself. It is written, he is cursed from the earth, and cannot touch it. I stood in the center of the patch of earth that lay before the great door. Suddenly, the corridor began to tremble and quake. Angel was knocked to the ground as the stone split down the middle and parted. Reaver ran over to help Angel back up.
Jesus Christ.
No, he had nothing to do with this gate. Angel, Reaver, I want to thank you for getting me this far, but only I can proceed from this point forward.
Are you insane? If Abel is in fact in there, he'll kill you.
He has no reason to strike me down. I mean him no harm. But if I am to die, then it should be at my own terms. That is the right of every human, is it not?
Harlan?
Yes.
Be careful.
I will, Angelique. I stepped off a patch of earth and walked deep into the inky blackness beyond the stone gate. The darkness seemed to stretch on for days, and stranger, there was no sound to be heard. No echo of my footsteps, no air movement, nothing. There was no sign of life, save one. My sensors picked up one heart pattern coming from in front of me in the distance. I continued on. I eventually was greeted by a simple wooden door with no handle. Surrounding the jamb of the door were 20 keyholes of varying sizes. I opened the door and went inside. The room was simple. No windows, no furniture, save 2 fabricated seats in the middle of the room. The walls still glowed from the minerals outside, so the room was bathed in a warm halo of pale yellow and blue. In the seat opposite of the door sat a man. His long black hair shrouded his face in a sea of tangled, writhing darkness. Yet his eyes beyond this torrent shimmered with the glow of the room. He was clothed in a tunic from the waist down, and the sandals on his calloused feet were laced up to his knees. His torso, arms, legs, and portions of his face that I could see were covered with ornate tattoos that seemed to dance about his skin, like ink in a pool of water. Without hesitation, I sat in the chair across from him. Do you know who I am?
Your voice. I know your voice.
It has been a long time. He raised his head and pushed the hair out of his eyes to get a better look at me. I remember now that I could never get used to his eyes. The sclera was pitch black, and his irises were a vivid, radiant yellow. A puzzled look crossed his face.
I know not your face. Who are you?
You once knew me as Harlan Ramsey.
This is not possible. You are dead.
My body may not have survived, but my mind lies within this metal form.
But I killed you. You were the last to die before the explosion.
The last piece finally snapped into place. I remember standing before SCP-076-2 as he reached the end of the killing corridor, pleading with him to stop. I remember the malice I saw in his eyes as he thrust his ebony blade into my chest. When he realized what he had done, he stopped and pulled me off of his sword. He immediately dropped it, causing it to vanish. I stood there, gasping for life, when suddenly there was a bright flash that enveloped the both of us. You were ordered to kill me, were you not?
The man you call Bo thought it would be best for the Foundation.
I have my suspicions, but I have noticed that you have not attempted to kill me yet.
I am very tired. I have been killing for many millennia, and I have yet to find the flaw that would allow me to escape this wretched prison.
Unfortunately, I cannot aid you with your freedom. You know you are cursed. That is your prison, not this room.
Maybe, someday, I will wish to atone for my sins. But not today.
And when you wish to do so, I will do what I can to assist you. I slowly stood up and walked to the door. He never once showed any intent of following me out the door. He knew he would not be able to leave. I pity him. But once great warriors sat before me, dull and lifeless, waiting for a salvation that will never come. The three of us returned to the security hub to see Bo strapped to a gurney, as rescue finally arrived while we were in the depths of Area 25B. Just for his own amusement, the doctor injected Bo with another dose of morphine to keep him from squirming. As I approached the gurney, I saw that Bo's mouth was wired shut, obviously to set the jaw until they could get Bo to a hospital before charging him with conspiracy. Soon after Bo was airlifted into the transportation, we were also on our way back home for debriefing and some much-needed rest. I have come to terms with my new image, although I do miss my old face. I know that I am still me, even if I do look like this. Doctor and Reaver were able to remove the rest of the security locks in my brain, so I can clearly remember everything now, from when I was born up to today. I have been searching for my true identity for so long, and now that I have achieved this goal, I have this great void within me. I do not know what to do with my life. I think I will start by taking a much-needed vacation, but this time, I intend to remember every waking second. Agent Cypher, end transmission.